Did you know that the divorce rate and marital struggles are higher in families where there is a child with autism? I experienced this firsthand when Lucas was diagnosed many, many years ago, and the developmental pediatrician told my husband and I we needed marriage counseling. This episode's all about that. Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Barbera, autism mom, behavior analyst, and best-selling author. Each week, I provide you with some of my ideas about turning autism or signs of autism around. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do that now. So this video is a short excerpt from podcast 233, where I was giving a lecture to couples therapists talking all about the struggles and the struggles that families face are real. The divorce rate is high, and many couples, like me and my husband, do benefit from seeking counseling. So let's get to that. A lot of sleep deprivation in many cases. Some kids sleep through the night and are great sleepers. In our case, it wasn't the case. Lucas didn't sleep in his own bed through the night for like 10 years. So there's a lot of co-sleeping, a lot of musical beds, and lack of intimacy, financial costs of treatments and care, reduced ability to go out as a family, as a couple, or alone due to behaviors, inability to get babysitters that will get it, or daycares that will accept it. Fighting, advocating with insurance companies, with IEP teams, with each other. When I was the founding president of the Autism Society in my county, and my mom would come to some of the meetings, we met in person, and she's like, everybody's so angry. They're like fighting, and they're fighting with insurance and with these schools, and then they're even fighting with each other. Like they don't know when to stop fighting. Like they're just in this fight mode. Oh, I said financial burden twice. Well, that could be. Siblings. I talked about the future rate. The rate of autism in siblings is 1 in 5. There are sibling studies that are really good. If you live near a children's hospital that is part of that. Waiting lists outside of school, schools don't tend to do real robust therapy. So a lot of people want extra therapy. Childcare after school in summers, potty training and ADLs all can complicate that. Again, we have the different opinions and advice and ideas on what treatments to pursue, and then the ABA costs and controversy. Now, like I said, all 50 states do have insurance reform, but there are copays, and there are waiting lists, and then there's the added controversy. I did do a podcast episode on the 4 myths and truths about ABA. And I do tend to have, I had a BCBA who's also on the autism spectrum himself, and he's a special ed teacher. I did an interview with him. I've done lots of interviews with adults who are high functioning, but I say high functioning, that's even controversial because, within each person are their strengths and needs. So we don't really like to talk about high functioning versus low functioning. But, the highly verbal, able to converse, able to write, and then accepting the diagnosis and severity level that could change with treatment, could change on its own, could change with medication. And then you get other conditions, comorbid conditions, anxiety, depression, intellectual disability is, I don't have the exact stat. I do have a video blog on intellectual disability and autism, which I probably have better stats. I'm thinking 20 to 30%. It may be, I'm thinking in that range. But if I say something that you're like, oh, that's really interesting, I wonder what she said about intellectual disability, just type in Mary autism plus your topic. So it would be autism, Mary autism plus intellectual disability, and you'll find my video blog or the podcast, or with the BCBA, who also is autistic. I like to say that your name is still in the lottery for additional stressors. Even though you picked out autism, the divorce rate is really high, supposedly. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is a great number or great study, or if there's multiple studies showing 80%. But then you have the stressors of co-parenting in different households. You also can have cancer, death of a loved one, job loss, mental health issues, elder care. I know several families who have a child with autism and the child develops cancer. The child develops diabetes. The child develops all kinds of things. And then the parents and the siblings can all, we're all only getting older. And so it's not so easy for you as couples therapists and psychologists to treat any of this because it's so multifactorial. I hope you enjoyed that short excerpt from podcast 233. If you did, hop on over to your favorite app and listen to the whole podcast. And for more information about how you might be able to join our online course and community, we have a brand new survey, and we can hear from you what you're struggling with. And then we can see if we have a program, a course, or a service that might benefit you. The survey takes 5 minutes. It's confidential. Check it out at marybarbera.com/help. And I'll see you right here next time.